Hare Krishna, Mataji, San Prabhuji, pranams.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Pranams, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Ellaru, I think everyone who has done. Yeah, Sanvat pranams, Mataji, San Prabhuji. Have you all submitted the Bhakti Steps form? Everyone?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
I have
Anyone?
submitted.
Okay. Anyone has missed out here or need some information? I will put it in the group so that this is a congregation submission to Guru Maharaj. Actually, and yesterday, NND Prabhuji spoke to me. So that time, this is the thing he want to submit to Guru Maharaj. So much that means 7 lakhs people have registered for our 18 days courses and they have attended for all these years. But that Guru Maharaj are asked actually. So what I can do for you, Guru Maharaj, like that when NND Prabhuji asked. So you please share overall already in the association. If you are able to do it, you please do it monthly basis like that. That's what Guru Maharaj has instructed our NND Prabhuji. That's the reason the Bhakti Steps form has been created. Okay. I humbly request everyone to submit the Bhakti Step form so that will be submitted to our Guru Maharaj actually. Krishna.
What is this, Mataji? I was not aware of this.
Okay, Prabhuji. Are you in our Bhagavadam class group actually? I will share that Excel sheet. It is like in which mode, that is which level you are. Like in the first level, I am not at all chanting, or 1 round, 4 round, 8 rounds, 16 rounds, shelter taken or initiation taken. That particular radio button you need to select and give your details and submit the form. So it's a very simple form wherein it has been circulated in all the groups. So I humbly request everyone who have not done here, who have joined the, who are, I think around 35 to 40 devotees are there in this Sangha, morning 5:45 p.m., 5:40 a.m. So those who have not submitted the Bhakti Steps, I will post now that particular Google form. Please go and submit that form.
Where it will be posted, Mataji? It will be posted in this group, 5.5 group?
Yes, Prabhuji. I will post it now.
Okay, Mata.
Okay.
I'm not aware of it.
No problem, Prabhuji. You please put it actually. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay, hi Krishna everyone. Sorry I got a little late.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Pranam. Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Dandrat Pranam. What verse is it today?
It's 31 onwards.
My volume is my brightness. Sorry, I didn't realize that the time was running out. Okay, it's that. Verse number 31. Prem Prakash Radas Prabhu, verse 31.
Yes, 31 onwards, Mataji. We did it up to 30 yesterday.
ठीक है. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jyaudirayet Ishtaprayashu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 20th chapter, verse 31. Okay, we'll read 31, 32, 33. I will recite 31, 32 and the translation, and then 33 has a puppet. So then you will recite 33. Whoever is going to raise their hands. ठीक है? You can keep your hands raised. Tad dvipasya api adhipati prayavritah वितिहोत्रो प्रियावतः वितिहोत्रो नमः एतस्य तात्मजौ रमणका धातकी नामनौ वर्षपति नियुज्य सा स्वयं पूर्वा जवाद भगवत कर्मशीला एव सते. Translation by Divine Geshe Prabhupada Shabbat ki Jai. The ruler of this island, the son of Maharaj Priyavrat, named Vitihotra, had two sons named Ramanaka and Dhartaki. He granted the two sides of the island to these two sons and then personally engaged himself in the activities for the sake of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, like his elder brother Medhatithi. Verse 32. तद्वर्षा पुरुषा भगवन्तं ब्रह्मरूपिणं सकर्मकेन कर्म आराध्ययान् तितं चोदाहरन्ति. Translation by Prabhupada Shabbat ki Jai. For the fulfillment of material desires, the inhabitants of this tract of land worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead as represented by Lord Brahma. They offer prayers to the Lord as follows. Okay, Madhumai Krishnakant Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yattat karmamayam lingam brahma lingam janorchayet ekantam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate namayiti. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Krishna. Chitramohini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yat karma mayam lingam brahma lingam janor chayet ekantam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate namayiti. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Anjali Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Yat tat karma mayam lingam brahma lingam janaha archaye ekantam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate namaha iti. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Pushpa Yashomati Mataji, Hare Krishna. Pushpa Yashomati.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yat karma mayam lingam brahma lingam janochayet ekandam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate namayiti. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Venkat Narasimha Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Is my connection okay? Venkat Narasimha Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Mataji. Yattat karma mayam lingam brahma lingam janochayet ekantam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate namayiti. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. B. Shubha Rao Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yattat karma mayam lingam brahma lingam janorchayet ekantam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate namayiti. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Krishna. Repti Ratnangi Mataji, is that you?
Hare
Galaxy.
Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yat karma mayam lingam brahma lingam jano archayet ekadindam madhyam shantam tasmai bhagavate namo idihi. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna. Pranandani Madhavi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yattat karma mayam lingam brahma lingam janarchayet ekantam advayam santam tasmai bhagavate namaha iti. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Madhumati Vilasni Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यत्तत् कर्ममयं लिंगं ब्रह्मलिंगं जनो अर्चते अर्चयेत् एकान्तं द्वयं शान्तं तस्मै भगवते नमः इति। थैंक यू माताजी। हरे
Thank
कृष्ण।
you, Krishna. Usha Devati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, प्रणाम माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। एतत् कर्ममयं लिंगं ब्रह्मलिंगं जनो अर्चयेत् एकान्तम् अद्वयं शान्तं तस्मै भगवते नाम इति। थैंक यू माताजी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you. Vijay Kumari Mataji, Hare Krishna. Vijay Kumari Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay. Sujata Mataji, can you unmute? Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यत्तत् कर्ममयं लिंगं ब्रह्मलिंगं जनो अर्चयेत् एकान्तम् अद्वयं शान्तं तस्मै भगवते नमः इति। थैंक यू
Thank you,
माताजी।
Krishna. Sujata Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। यत्तत् कर्ममयं लिङ्गं ब्रह्मलिङ्गं जनो अर्चयेत् एकान्तम् अद्वयं शान्तं तस्मै भगवते नमः इति।
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Yattat karma mayam lingam brahmalingam jano archayet ekantam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate nama iti. Yat which tat that karma mayam obtainable by the Vedic ritualistic system lingam the form brahmalingam which makes known the supreme Brahman jana a person archayet must worship ekantam one who has full faith in the one supreme Advayam, not different. Shantam, peaceful. Tasmai, unto him. Bhagavate, the most powerful. Namaha, our respects. Iti thus. Translation by His Divine Grace Shri Prabhupada, Shabbat Ki Jai. Lord Brahma is known as Karmamay, the form of ritualistic ceremonies, because by performing ritualistic ceremonies, one may attain his position. And because the Vedic ritualistic hymns become manifest before him. He is devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead without deviation, and therefore, in one sense, he is not different from the Lord. Nevertheless, he should be worshipped not as the monists worship him, but in duality. One should always remain a servitor of the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Worshipable Deity. We therefore offer our respectful obeisances unto Lord Brahma, the form of manifest Vedic knowledge. Purport by His Divine Grace Shri Prabhupada, Shabbat Ki Jai. In this verse, the word karma mayam, obtainable by the Vedic ritualistic system, is significant. The Vedas say, Sarvadharman nishtha satah janmabhi puman virinchatam iti. One who strictly follows the principles of Varnashram Dharma for at least 100 births will be rewarded with the post of Lord Brahma. It is also significant that although Lord Brahma is extremely powerful, he never thinks himself one with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He always knows that he is an eternal servitor of the Lord. Because the Lord and the servant are identical on the spiritual platform, Brahma is here addressed as Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, but if a devotee serves him with full faith, the meaning of the Vedic literature is revealed to him. Therefore, Brahma is called Brahmalinga, which indicates that his entire form consists of Vedic knowledge. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्ते। सप्तकाञ्चन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत राधा शिव सादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter 20, 5th canto, creative impetus, chapter 20, description of the islands of, what is the name of the chapter? The description of the islands of?
Studying the structure of the
Studying
universe.
the structure of the universe. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Universe.
Very nice.
Structure of
And
the universe.
what Varsha is this, are we talking about here?
Pushkara.
I have the diagram, right? what Varsha is that? Are we talking about?
Pushkar.
Oh, Krishna. Pushkara Varsha, Mataji, that's what you're saying?
Yes.
Pushkar Varsha.
Yes, Mataji, Pushkar.
Okay, just want to look at the diagram. So Pushkar Dweep is the one which is surrounded by a sea of pure water. Okay, looks like after that we are going out to the mountain, Loka mountain. Okay, so every particular dweep or is ruled by who? By one of the
Sons of Priyavrata. Sons of Priyavrata.
by one of the sons of who?
Priyavrata.
Priyavrata.
Yes, and who has further divided that place into what? Depending on 7 more islands or 5 more islands, right? Or in this case, we are understanding 2 more islands, depending on whatever it is, to give it to their own sons. So that what can they do? When the sons of Priyavrat divide their inheritance to their sons, what do they do? What are the sons of Priyavrat doing after they give away their post?
Austerity and finances.
For what? Very nice. Australian penance for what?
For the good of everyone.
Yeah, very nice. That's very nice. See, he says now that the ruler of this island, the son of Maharaj Pravat named Vitihotra, had 2 sons named Ramanaka and Dhakati. He granted 2 sons of island to these 2 sons and then personally engaged himself in the activities for the sake of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, like his elder brother Medaditi. So basically, they are retiring not just for retiring, but to engage in activities for the sake of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All of them are doing that. Each one of them did that. Okay, and then what happens that we study that in each and every ruling place, the foundational structure is the same. That there is one ruler of a particular place, and then there are a division of people, and then they are relying on dharma for artha. And in every particular island, different Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped in different forms. Somewhere he is worshipped as Surya, somewhere he is worshipped as Vayu, somewhere he is worshipped as what all things. Here he is worshipped as Brahma. What all things do you remember? I don't remember everything. Where all he is worshipped as what?
Varuna Dev, then to fire god,
Varuna Dev, Agni Dev.
Vayu.
fire god,
Vayu, Agni, Varun, okay, and Brahma.
sun and moon.
Agni,
Chandrama,
Sun and
Mataji.
Agni and
night.
Chandrama.
Sun and moon. What else? We're missing some things. Anyway, I don't remember either. So, okay, now here, and there's a reason given, and then there's a prayer given as to what the prayers are offered. Now, in this particular Varsha, or island, the inhabitants are worshipping Brahma. So, Brahma is known as Karmamaya. Karmamaya is proper translating as obtainable by Vedic ritualistic system. Because, you see, Vedic literature became revealed to Brahma. And when the creation had to be done, Krishna revealed Vedic literature to Brahma. So that way, Brahma is obtainable by Vedic rituals. Because by performing ritualistic ceremonies, one may attain his position and attain the Vedic ritualistic, and because the Vedic ritualistic hymns become manifest from him. He is devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead without deviation, and therefore, in one sense, he is not different from the Lord. Nevertheless, he should be worshipped not as the monists worship him, but in duality. One should remain a servitor of the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Worshipable Deity. We therefore offer respectful obeisances unto Lord Brahma, the form of manifest Vedic knowledge. So they are aware. This is a very interesting scenario going on, that they are aware. This is a prayer, okay? This is literally the prayer that the inhabitants of Pushkar Dweep are offering to Lord Brahma, that we know that you are Karmamaya, and we know that you're very devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we know that by chanting the Vedic hymns, we can actually attain your position, and we know that you become manifest by Vedic ritualistic hymns, But we also know that you're not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so we are going to worship you, but we are going to worship you in duality. So Brahma is a devotee. Now, let me put this scenario to you. Brahma is a devotee of Krishna, right? That's why he's given the post of Brahma. The devotee who is really a devotee is given that sense of responsibility to manage on behalf of Krishna the material affairs. Hena? So when somebody is praying to Brahma like that, is Brahma going to feel offended or is he going to feel pleased? The prayer that we know, we got it. How will the other devotee feel? Or Brahma feel?
You will not be offended, Mataji. Because it's
Why?
the truth. And because when Narada told him, Narada prayed him at the Supreme Creator. At that time also he told that I am not the Supreme Creator. Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he is the real controller and the cause of all causes.
Yeah,
For
very
that
nice. So you're putting a very nice point that, very nice, thank you, that he's not going to feel offended. There's nothing to feel offended. So in that way, the lesson here is, yes, there is a technicality attached. Yes, that Brahma is attached, is revealed by the Vedic ritualistic hymns. Yes, the Vedic ritualistic hymns, chanting, and actually the austerities can act. One who's doing what for 100 years, following the principles of Varnashram Dharma for 100 births, will be rewarded with the post of Brahma. Yes, he is very powerful, but he never thinks himself one with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He always knows that he is an eternal servitor of the Lord. Okay, he never thinks like that. So what do you think this is? What quality it is? What quality are we trying to learn from such an exalted Vaishnava? What quality is it? Write to me in the chat or raise your hand or yes, Prem Prakash. What quality is it?
Equanimity.
Okay, so okay, yeah, okay, we can say that equanimity is a state of mind that he's how? Are you saying because he's Brahma, he's not really like owned by the post? Is that what you're saying?
Lord Brahma virtually is sanctioned by Lord Krishna on almost every aspect of administration
Yes.
and secondary creation.
Yes.
So much so that he doesn't have to go to Lord Krishna for any permission at all. But still, Lord Brahma understands that he is just a servitor. He doesn't forget
Yeah.
that basic rule. And thus, though both of them, Lord considers him equal, Brahma understands that he is a servitor.
Very nice. Thank you. Yes, okay, we can take that. It is the major quality I was looking for was humility. I think some of you wrote it. Is humility. So what are the advantage of having a leader of this material creation who maybe is a secondary creator and he knows that he's a secondary creator, but he is also filled with this quality of humility that I never going to think that I am actually God. I'm always going to think that I'm an eternal servitor of the God, of Krishna. So that's humility. So what is the advantage? Or what are one of the, that's number one, what is the advantage of having a leader who is in that kind of consciousness? And number two, a part of the question I want to ask is that give me some of the examples where Brahma's humility is shown in action in different pastimes in the Shastra, in Bhagavatam. Yes. He does prayers to the Supreme Lord that shouldn't get puffed up being a secondary creator. Okay, very nice. Dhanyadami Shri Mataji. Yeah, what is the advantage of having a leader of this material creation, a secondary creator, but anyhow, material creation, who is filled with this humility and the consciousness is that I'm actually an eternal servitor of Krishna. I am never one with Krishna. What is the advantage of having such consciousness in the leadership role? By the way, this is called servant leadership. Prem Prakash, I think you can unmute yourself. You're a co-host. Please go ahead.
What the qualities that you are talking about are the qualities that even should be with all the kings, considering them as the direct agent of the Lord Krishna and rule, and that rule would be the most successful rule because Lord Krishna is actually instructing, which they are passing on and following the instruction. Brahma also would act in the same manner, and that brings about the prosperity to the entire world. Maybe I am sidetracked.
Very nice. It's very nice. Very nice. Thank you. You see, very nice. So I'm gonna like draw some analogy. Is there anyone else who would like to say anything else before I say? I would like to draw some analogy from a secular world. There is a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I don't think I finished the book ever, but I read most of it many years ago. So I remember that the writer, the author, Stephen Covey, was writing about what is the difference between a leader and a manager. Okay, he was like writing, so saying that when a person, asks the company, for example, to build an establishment in the remote area, then that person is not just going to say, they're actually going to traverse the path and they're going to go on top of the hill, and then they're going to study the hurdles and visualize that how this establishment will look if it actually materializes in this place. He said that's a leader. The leader carries that vision. Okay, it doesn't just give the order, but actually carries the vision that this is what it is. Like Prabhupada is a leader. Why? Because Prabhupada, if you know that Prabhupada used to have that Atlas. You know Atlas, the person who carries the globe, the wall on the back. You know what it's talking about? You know that? Like a very tired looking person with a map on the back, the globe on the back. Right? Okay, so Prabhupada had that, okay? Prabhupada is a leader because Prabhupada had that, and Prabhupada would sit with his disciples and then would pin ISKCON where all in the world. He'll just like roll the globe and say all these places ISKCON is coming up. Okay, so there's a vision, and then and the manager on the other hand is a person who works with the vision of the leader and actually deals with the nitty-gritty ground details. Okay, so there's a difference between a leader and a manager. A leader should be a good manager also, but not always vice versa. So Brahma, if he is humble, if a person who is sitting on the post of Brahma is filled with this humility and the consciousness is that I actually belong to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and I'm actually his servant, then there is a very streamlined conduct of the function. Right? Then there is like, okay, then we can understand that what Krishna wants me to do. But if we are filled with pride, if we are filled with arrogance, if we are filled with conceit, which are the Krishna described in 16th chapter Bhagavad Gita, demoniac qualities, then they cover the intelligence. If the intelligence is covered, then the connection with one own self or connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not there. This happens in our life also. When do we function the most? When we are very angry, when we are filled with regret, when we are like extremely, extremely frustrated. Are we functioning at our best capacity at the time? Or when I feel disrespected?
That's probably the worst scenario.
Yeah, so we don't function well when we are filled with those qualities. Okay, what about, okay, when do we function well? We have had a good night rest. There is a clearly laid out plan. Has been a prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead to, either approve the plan, or if it is not proper, then give the guidance. In either way, the creation has to be, or the plan, the execution of the plan has to be that if it becomes successful, I become more Krishna conscious. If it does not become successful, according to my definition of success, then also I become more Krishna conscious. So are we going to function at our best level in that scenario? Huh? You have to answer me if you want me to keep going.
Can you come again, Mataji?
So the first scenario you
When you,
described, Sugandhi Mataji.
when you become Krishna conscious, you'll be functioning better. Anger and all are emotions.
Yeah, so I'm trying to say that Brahma, understand that Brahma is a very good leader, because he is carrying the vision of Krishna as it is. Okay, he's not mixing it up. Now, the quality that I personally want to learn from Lord Brahma, is that how is he able to do that? You know, Namanishta Prabhu told me one time we were trying to do a venture. Okay, he involved me in that service, which actually involved Prabhu to travel to Chennai overnight. So he took the overnight train, he went, and I was dealing with a lot of like groundwork for making the things work for his meeting to become successful from here. And Prabhu went, and it was extremely exhausting. He didn't rest all night, and morning he had to show up. And he went, he gave his best. We thought it was okay. Few days later, we learned that nothing worked out. So I was devastated. I remember I was devastated. And I was talking to Prabhu that I'm feeling very, very upset about it. So Prabhu said, you know, it is very, very difficult to see Krishna's plan when our plans don't align with Krishna's plans. It is still sitting with me. So many years have passed. He said, I'll repeat again, it is very, very difficult to see Krishna's plans and agree with Krishna's plans when our plans are not aligned with his plans. Said there is some other plan. We just don't know what it is. It didn't work out. So, and then we tried one more time after a few months. It again didn't work out. So this time I was a little more prepared because of the counseling I had before with him. So Brahma is able to carry, you see, the word is karma mayam. He is able to carry Krishna's plan with utmost transparency. Why? Because he is completely filled with this consciousness that that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what my role is. Okay, so that means that the more we become transparent, the more we become in alignment with the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the more we become elevated like Brahma. Okay, it is not easy. So we can actually figure out in our own life that what are the baggages of regrets and angers that we are carrying. That's one way of looking at it. And the other way of looking at it is, okay, there is this anger that I have, there is this regret, there is this hurt that I have in my life. But did it help me grow in any way to become Krishna conscious? Can I see Krishna's plan in it? Can I see that actually I had to go through this particular scenario in life so that I can become more Krishna conscious? There is I'm going a little tangential, but please allow me. There's a very nice story or pastime of King Pratap Rudra in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Okay, now King Pratap Rudra is the king of Odisha. He organizes Jagannath Rath Yatra. He wants to go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is a devotee. He just wants to go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He sends a message through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate that his only desire is to hold Mahaprabhu's lotus feet to his heart. That's his only desire. Mahaprabhu is very pleased in his heart when he hears that. But what is Mahaprabhu doing? He's not expressing it. He's actually expressing rejection. Says, no, I am not going to meet Pratap Rudra because Pratap Rudra is a king and I am a sannyasi. So if a sannyasi meets a person who is dealing with the worldly activities, then the sannyas gets tainted. Okay, and then it goes on and on like that. It's like, okay, and a sannyasi, a devotee of Krishna, is like a white cloth. And on a white cloth, even a small stain becomes very magnified. So I cannot have that in me. So I'm not going to meet Pratap Rudra. But he's very pleased from within that actually Pratap Rudra is a very nice devotee. So he keeps rejecting, and Pratap Rudra keeps sending him please and please and please. So, but actually there is a plan. Okay, what is the plan? And then the pastime unfolds later in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu indeed does agree to go and meet him. Is that what is the plan? We learn that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is increasing the intensity in the heart of Pratap Rudra to see him. Pratap Rudra is not at any point feeling, we don't read that, is not at any point feeling frustrated or angry or is feeling rejected by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's recurrent, rejections of him. He's not. And there's another pastime. So what I'm trying to say here is try to draw analogy that how these devotees are so exalted that they're so humble. What does humility mean? That they're able to be a transparent medium for Krishna's plan. We restrict because we have enemies in our mind. Ambrish Maharaj, right? Ambrish Maharaj and his wife, if you read the pastime very closely, were keeping a Ekadashi fast for 1 whole year. They were fasting for Ekadashi for 1 whole year. And then the time came for breaking the fast. And then what happened? We know Durvasa Muni comes. You know what is the meaning of the word Durvasa? His name is Durvasa Muni. Durvasa. Krishna arranges for Durvasa Muni to come. Vasa means living. Durvasa means somebody who is very difficult to live with. This fellow is very difficult to live with. So Krishna arranges Durvasa Muni to come. At that time, when 1 year of Ekadashi fasting was to be completed, and then we know that, I'm not going to go into detail, but you know that he says that the Amrish Maharaj welcomes him, and then Durvasa is a monist, and he has a lot of rituals that he has to perform, and he says, I have to go do my afternoon ablutions, I have to go shower, I have to do this. So he goes, and then the time for fast breaking is running out. So Amrish Maharaj consults with his Brahmins and drinks a few sips of water. And Durvasa comes angry. That who do you think you are? You have eaten or you have had something before serving me. That's not a good hospitality, and I'm going to now curse you. This Krishna's arrangement, he actually pulls out a hair from his head and makes a fire demon to burn Ambrish Maharaj to death. We don't hear Ambrish Maharaj. We don't hear Ambrish Maharaj, or we don't read Ambrish Maharaj getting angry. If somebody comes and does this injustice to you, somebody comes and just starts shouting at you, who do you think you are? What do you think you did? Here you go. I'm going to curse you and make a fire demon to kill you. What is going to be our behavior? I'll be filled with grudge and anger. What will be your behavior? I don't know if is my connection broken.
You will be angry, Mataji.
Okay, you'll be angry too. Okay, somebody maybe, yes, anyone else?
He would start revoking his authority.
Right? Yeah. So there'll be like some sort of expression of grudge, expression of anger. But we don't see that in Ambrish Maharaj and Krishna. What does Krishna do? Krishna gives him S-level security, Sudarshan Chakra security. Why? Because Ambrish Maharaj has reached that level that he's actually just transparent for Krishna's plans to flow. Pratap Rudra is like completely at that level. We are thinking that Pratap Rudra is outwardly acting as a king. He's completely at a level where he's completely transparent for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's plan to flow. he wants to show that how his devotee needs to be so eager, and how Mahaprabhu is so eager, that eagerness, right? And then here Brahma is called Karmamayam. And how is he Brahma? How is he never thinking, we're sitting at such high post of managing and creating the whole material creation, the entire material creation. Because of the dint of his absorption in Krishna consciousness, he has become so thick with the spiritual consciousness, he has become a completely transparent medium. Are we like that? That is how far we are from Krishna consciousness, We think we are very near, but the nearer we go, it looks like it's so far away. Now, the second part of the question I asked from Lord Brahma's prayer that they are offering is that give me examples of expression of this humility in Srimad Bhagavatam. Give me some examples. They are innumerable.
Prahlad Maharaj Mataji, Hare Krishna.
No, Brahma's expression of humility. We're fixing on Brahma.
Yeah, that Brahma Mimohan Leela, when Lord Brahma offers prayers.
Okay, yeah, we can say that he feels embarrassed and then he goes and apologizes to Krishna. Okay, very nice. Okay. You see, Brahma, when he is creating, he goes first to four Kumaras, right? Four Kumaras are his sons. He goes to four Kumaras and what does he tell them? What does he tell four Kumaras to do?
Go get children.
He said, go get married.
Yeah.
And then procreate and then populate these planets that I have created.
Yes.
What do they say?
They told that they are observed in the devotional service of the lotus feet of the Lord, Mataji.
So in plain language, they reject it.
Yes.
So he is Brahma. He is first of all a creator of the whole creation, material creation. And second of all, he is four Kumara's father. And they reject it. No, we're not going to do it. We are, thank you, but no thank you. We are just going to say like this. So it is, he doesn't take it as an offense. He doesn't, it is an expression of humility that, okay, I have to keep trying. We see the same scenario in the life of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada said he tried for so long in India. He begged for so many people to give him some sons, like they had so many sons, and then he said he'll train them up in Krishna consciousness. Everybody rejected him. Everybody. Okay, this is an expression of humility. Now, when we feel, there's this famous, thing that goes on in ISKCON is like if a temple authority, a temple president asks us to do a service, and then we say, no, we cannot do that. And the temple president can say, but I'm the temple president. So this is like a joke that goes around in our movement. It's like, well, that is why you can take the no, because Brahma also took the no from so many. It's in parampara. Brahma also took no from so many places. Okay, it's in parampara. That doesn't mean that if somebody sitting in the authority is always going to be a yes man show. I'm not saying that this is a wrong or right, but this is just an example of where he's manifesting his humility, and there are so many other places. Okay, so understand that this is a very deep prayer. Understand that Lord Brahma is Lord Brahma by dint of his devotion and absorption in Krishna consciousness. And he is, understand that he is an epitome of humility in the sense that he is carrying out his responsibility with utmost care and attention. But at the same time, he is not losing his own position. He's not forgetting who he is. But a conditioned soul gets into the disease of entitlement. Yamuna Mataji said that. Yamuna Mataji, Prabhupada's disciple, she said that in ISKCON we have a disease. What is that disease? Entitlement. We think we are entitled, but we are not entitled. I think I'll stop here. Any questions, reflections, realizations, or corrections? Complaints?
Hare Krishna Mataji. That
Yes,
is one of the qualities of divine, no, Mataji, accepting a no. Is it not?
The humility is a is what we are focusing on. Humility. Yeah. And out of the humility, the expression of humility is in different avenues, and this is one of the avenue of expression. Yeah. Understanding other person's perspective. Am I clear, Mataji? I don't know. Okay, Prem Prakash Adas Prabhu, please go ahead. Please lead.
There are two sayings that I love and I have never seen going wrong. These are English sayings. One is God works in the most mysterious ways. If you meet any of the Christian missionaries, they usually share these words very frequently, that the God works in the most mysterious ways. And so many a times we don't understand why these happened, that happened. Ultimately, when you look at the big picture, you realize that for these, Lord wanted, and that's why he did all these things. Similarly, there is another saying, in crisis, the help comes from the most unexpected corner. I think this also goes through almost everywhere, that whenever we all are in crisis, the help comes from absolutely unexpected corner. Hare
Right.
Krishna.
Very nice. Correct. Thank you.